put the call in September, sometime in September. But this time it's going to be different from the previous rounds. If before we have been running it for all social science candidates, people working in different fields, this time we decided we're actually going to work and focus on a specific topic, which is going to be on everyday economies, which is slightly closer to my field, and people who actually run, part of the organizing committee. I also work with Dr. Osiyo, who is my colleague, close colleague, who helps me. Hikayat Salimova was here running a workshop at the workshop before the conference. And I also work with Dr. Safia Jubilei. So we all located in different places, and we actually we are not part of one university. We all come from different countries in Central Asia. We work or try to apply for jobs in different countries, but we work together on this kind of initiative. So yeah, just a little bit about the program.
Okay, so that's as much as you wanted to say. Do you have anything to add? No. Yeah, so before I was asking you. But if there are any questions at this stage, we can also. We have a few minutes.
Just came to my mind, many people asked me during the conference and during the other events, how can I become a member of ESCAS? Just for my information, who of you is not a member of ESCAS yet? Okay, so few people then. So majority are members, that's fine. So I hope that you are also mentioned in our list of members on our website, those who are members. If not, please approach probably me, not we all deal with the membership. So if you want to become membership, it's still relatively easy, although a little bit old-fashioned, because we have the membership application on the website. Just fill it, send it to our email, and to receive it, of course, you should pay 100 euros if you are from not from Central Asia, Caucasus, or Afghanistan, or Mongolia. If you are from these countries, you pay 50 euro, like a lifetime membership. It's quite fine because you don't need to renew your membership in other associations. That's why we also keep low cost. The ESCAS is a low cost association, and that gives you to profit first of all from the database of our members. So you can approach people, you can meet people, and so on. You can benefit from a lower cost of conference fees. It's not too much, but if you come regularly to ESCAS conferences, it gives you some privilege. In some 3 or 4 conferences, you will get your money back. Purely economically, yeah, not from financial point of view. And of course, you can enjoy the events like that as members of ESCAS. And of course, you can propose, you can participate in this kind of plenary meetings, in the conferences. You can also participate, propose some events, as I will talk about, that might be under umbrella of ESCAS. So that's all. Yeah. So if you want to apply, if you are still not members of ESCAS, please feel free to apply, pay the membership fee, and we will somehow proceed it.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Remember the ESCA members get extra samsa.
And also a special projection some Uzbekistan. No, it's a joke. So now it's the time for your Q&A. So if you want to have any remark, question, if we are able to do so, we can answer.
I mean, we were promised 20 minutes recording. I didn't understand it was 20 minutes live.
Well, 20 minutes has passed, but I think that well, this presentation of Abel will be as a video and as a presentation on a website. Yeah?
I want this to be accessible to people that are not here. So I'll put the PowerPoint, and that's why I asked for good, and he kindly agreed to give us. We just need a short one for those who are not here today.
questions. Usually I said to my students, everything is clear. But
I'm trying to ask your opinion. I'm not proposing something yet. But whatever, if we plan one of those ESCAS meetings in Istanbul at our university.
It happened in the past.
Yeah, but for future.
Yeah, I mean, it's another safe country in the sense that nobody needs a visa. So
it's getting a bit tougher, but it's still better, much more better than
logistically it's quite fine.
Logistically, it's relatively fine because there is a direct flight from most of the world. And actually, it's going to be cheaper for Europeans to get there. It's going to be more expensive, but that's possible.
I mean, what you are expecting, for instance, our organization to do? Just providing the space, rooms like this, conference facilities.
Okay, so that's a question for everyone. So if you want to host, I mean, even the regional conference.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
The thing is just the logistics, because we are not there. Okay. So we should make sure that we have a number of rooms sufficient for parallel sessions, that you have space for the plenary, that we have space where you can eat, and ideally the local partners should also, I mean, find some contribution for the coffee breaks or for the lunches. Because if you want to keep the registration fee low, it means that either we skip lunches or we have a local kind of support.
So, coffee breaks, lunches, dinners?
It's negotiable. The thing is that if it's in Istanbul with the price that we had last year, then it's going to be more difficult for the conference fee to cover all those things.
Okay.
So either you will find some businessman who wants to have his nice face on the banner, and they will pay at least for a few coffee breaks. If you cannot cover it, something happens. There's a we will try to cover it from the conference. But as I say, because the budget, I mean, our budget is kind of our turnover is quite low. If it's a last minute thing, and then you say, yeah, you have to pay 2,000 euro more, that's a bit problematic.
Can we try to find out some sponsors from our companies who is big business?
That's what I'm saying. You just find a businessman who wants to have the name on the banner.
If it's a Gazprom or stuff like that, so
no.
Gazprom.
Oh yeah. If you want to find out if Turkish Airlines is a sponsor, who paid the tickets for all participants, that would be really great.
No, it's definitely 10% discount. But anyway, it's not a very expensive conference. And even in Tashkent, we were even, I mean, Azizio and the team, they were going to the bakery and they were buying some pastry and bringing it. So they were bypassing the catering requirements. If you do this, maybe it's going to cost €1 per person, and then you bring tea from the supermarket. So even if it's 300, okay, 300 euro is not a joke, but 600 euro for a coffee break is not huge. Whereas if you go to your company catering, your university catering, I mean, I don't know, I think TCU, how much, like 50 euro per person? So it's really, really expensive for work. But if it's a university that can do this kind of homemade things, that's fine. And coffee break doesn't need to be a Christmas dinner. I mean, you could just have some biscuits and some coffee and some tea.
We have to do it locally.
No, I understand. The thing is that it's also negotiable.
Yeah. I will go back and talk with my university and let you know preliminary things. So I am starting the bit. That is the reason why.
Okay. Even if it's not the whole one, it could be a joint event. It could be anything. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable with 350 people, you could say, let's start with 50, let's start with 100. We can have a joint event. We can have an event which is. Yeah, I mean, now we have a couple of projects. I mean, a few more than a couple. So you can say it could be kind of one day, it's going to be your small event, and then you double it.
Okay, yes.
In that case, you have some budget for that, you have the rooms.
Yeah, we have some space to do. Yeah.
That's what I usually do, because that's more convenient, even from a flight point of view. I mean, people are flying. Once they're there, don't make them fly twice.
And by the way, concerning the space, if you plan or think about organizing such big event, make sure that you really have enough space, because you can see that right now we have like 8 or 9 conference rooms. So if you don't have it, if you're like being a small university or small institution, it's not the case of here of Samarkand, it's not the case of Tashkent University, it's not the case, I don't know, of Al Farabi in Kazakhstan, but nevertheless, make sure that
like somehow logistically viable. Because you don't need to, you can't force people. Yeah, I need to run from one tunnel at this building through whole campus to another building. Yeah.
But availability means that also that it's free from students. So if it's during the sem, that's why the conference was in June, because before it was all the rooms were taken for classes. So that's also why, I mean, that's what we learned, that if you do it during the semester, teacher will not be able to leave and come, and the rooms are going to be taken because, so it's not about availability, physical availability, but also logistical availability. Are we able to do this thing?
Any other question? Or remark or suggestion? Well, anyway, if you have anything to ask, feel free to write us an email. Please maybe leave us some couple of 2 or 3 weeks to get the last of this, or 2 or 3 months. No, nevertheless, we know that's why, for example, we don't organize the elections like right now after the conference, because we know that most of you they will enjoy your holidays, going to your relatives to the sea or whatever. So I think that if you have suggestion for us